6, 7, maybe 8 teams in the future, being able to participate in all of these tournaments that we do, as well as be a part of the esports teams that we have on campus.
And the champions have all spawned in now, so let's go ahead and have a look at what we've got.
So it looks like if
Who shall not be named has got a pretty nice heavy tank, and we've also got a sort of a skirmisher tank in there.
Yep, and the law-abiding citizens having a little bit more of an aggressive setup.
They do indeed. They've only got one dedicated tank.
And one kind of a tank. And we'll see where the skirmish meets.
Meet in the middle.
It looks like turrets being thrown around. And all kinds of
This is pretty bloody, back and forth. It looks like
the aggressive setup of the law-abiding citizens really paid off in that first
law-abiding citizens definitely killing it that time. Killing them too.
Yeah, they almost wiped the entire team out. Oh, and there we go. That was the rest of the team for that first matchup, that first skirmish, one might say.
Law-abiding citizens definitely win that one handily. So let's see what We Who Shall Not Be Named does as they stack up for their retake.
And they may or may not get a retake on this one, depending on how the law-abiding citizens set up their defenses.
Winston pushing in the back.
Yep, a couple of turrets up there, dealing some damage.
And they've lost their Mercy already. That's pretty big. Symmetra gets a return kill on something from... actually, I'm not sure what that is. Symmetra throws down her ult, which is going to help them out a bit, and they're starting to get some kills back because of that.
Now it looks like, oh my goodness, just so much death and carnage happening again for the law-abiding citizens.
That Symmetra ult was actually huge. They managed to just stack up right behind it, and it blocks so much damage, you just can't fight through it.
Yeah, it looks like the law-abiding citizens gamble of going with a heavier attack and less defense is paying off for them so far.
And while We Who Shall Not Be Named has one ult, which they are using right now, law-abiding citizens actually have 3, which are really close to
the Riptire
coming out.
3.
The Riptire, indeed.
And Reaper coming in from behind, but there's just too many guns pointing at him, and that's going to be another team wipe right there. And that might be the first round.
That might just be it.
We Who Shall Not Be Named are running back. Oh,
on the point.
Force overtime.
Overtime. He's still on here, but they're just going to die piecemeal, it looks like.
They're coming in one at a time.
They're doing their best, but the kills are coming in. Death Blossom comes in for 2 quick kills, but he goes down right after.
So then that's going to do it for the first round. So the law-abiding citizens, their aggressive strategy paid off for that round, allowing them to win round 1 on this map.
Setting up here in round 2.
So we'll see if the law-abiding citizens, it looks like they're sticking with the same setup, but the We Who Shall Not Be Named changing up again. Different team composition for a different map to see if they're able to change their fortunes.
We Shall Not Be Named are stacking up here on the high ground.
Oof, and Junkrat just jumping up there.
Jumping up there is bouncing everyone around with his mines.
Looks like the point's going to be highly
contested. But the first kill actually goes to Who Shall Not Be Named.
And the point's going to be taken by the
Law-abiding citizens.
Yep. And those who shall not be named are still there fighting tooth and nail for every inch.
Stacked up over here in this hallway. The pull was good, but there wasn't any follow-up. They get 2 kills in rapid succession there. 1 return kill on the Reaper, but it might just be too late after all those kills come in. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the retake.
There we go, and they're pushing them off. So we who shall not be named doing a good counterattack and just going to take control of the point.
And law-abiding citizens are going to have to stack up to defend, or to retake, I should say. That's a really brave charge right into the enemy team there, and he gets a kill but pays for it with his life. The pull is good from Roadhog onto Roadhog, and that Roadhog is dead, and we who shall not be named are losing this fight, I do believe.
Well, it looks like they're falling back a little bit, so don't
Here
count
comes
them out just yet.
the tire again is huge, getting
It's
3.
2. I thought, oh, we got
Two in one, 2 in the turret thing that
Symmetra puts down.
I believe it's from Baptiste. He puts that turret down.
Oh, so a couple of different turret heroes now.
And both Reinhardt and Reaper go down before they can do anything. Roadhog's fighting as best he can, but
he's just trying
he
to
gets
contest
pulled
out there. So
and they took a
law-abiding
brief
citizens,
lead,
yep,
but now they
taking
have
it
to
over.
stack up for the retake.
Looks like we who shall not be named are just stacking up, trying to make something happen. As the law-abiding citizens are
Coming over here
looking,
to
trying
left.
to pull people out of formation.
Shielding their way, and looks like they're going to try and enter from the side here.
Looks like they're going. Reinhardt gets a good
Reinhardt
charge.
gets a great charge, kills
I think he got the mercy.
Junkrat, but
the
the
Junkrat?
Junkrat's passive kills him in return. Junkrat's one of those ones that you really don't want to charge because of that
that passive.
dangerous passive. It's like there's a Mei ult on the ground here for we who shall not be named, and it pushes them back to the back corner of the point, but it doesn't actually kill anyone. And Zenyatta ult coming out for them is going to keep them all topped off and prevent them from losing the point right now.
Yep. So the law-abiding citizens holding strong on this point.
That's the Symmetra ult right at the end of the fight. I'm not sure that's
That's probably going to keep them off the point, and I'll probably do it for the map. Oop, there's contesting a little bit, but it doesn't last. So
not for long.
law-abiding citizens are going to win map 1 of this round against we who shall not be named.
We should give them a better name.
That's a long name to say. So we who shall not be named are going to get choice of map next. And this is going to be a triple tire kill for that Junkrat. So quite a wonderful job there on that play of the game. So we're going to figure out which map now the losing team in that last match, so we who shall not be named, are going to pick.
All right.
Like this one's been sitting right here next to it. We played Kings Row. Huh? No, because I need more space. I use like this much space at home. Hollywood. Hollywood. I know. It's great.
We found the missing mouse pad, so thank you.
All
just
right.
Reminder, guys, please make sure that if you are moving things, that when
Just
you're
a few
done, you
announcements
put it back
happening
on
right
the
now.
station.
Just reminding the players of making sure that if you move stuff, bring it back.
Absolutely. And
So-
we're just about to get underway into Hollywood.
Yep, map 2 being chosen by we who shall not be named. Hollywood seems to have been the popular map choice for the second round. So on the offensive, first, I think it's going to be We Who Shall Not Be Named. And on the defense this time around is going to be those law-abiding citizens. So I wonder what they're going to pick for their heroes. I'm hoping to see a Torb or a Torbjorn.
I bet there's going to be a Junkrat.
There will likely be a Junkrat.
They've been doing some really solid work with those Junkrat ults. And so I don't expect them to change off of those ults anytime soon.
Definitely not.
So now as the champions spawn in here, let's go have a look at what we've got.
Yep, it looks like, again, the law-abiding citizens going with a less tanky tank buildup and more of an aggressive setup.
So it would seem. And
but it also seems like We Who Should Not Be Named going with a more tanky setup with the Hamster and Reinhardt.
absolutely. And they've got double healers as well. So it'll be interesting to see how these two team comps match up, especially on this map. And as always, oh wow, they've given the car some decals. Very nice.
Well, you know, the VIP's a little bit of a butthead sometimes, so
As we
just claiming that car as their own.
It's
Nope,
like,
looks like they're
we
stacking
should
up
not be
the
named.
building.
They're stacking up right outside here. Reaper's in the back. And he's ghosting away. Managed to distract them, but he didn't manage to get too much. They also have a Reaper in the back, as the first two kills come in here for law-abiding citizens.
Yep, strong defending, though. So what you like to see is a good, strong defense. You see they're not moving forward. Usually team private profiles would do that, but you don't see them as aggressive as they were. So the law-abiding citizens holding back a bit. Now it looks like
Junkrat getting a bunch of kills in there.
Yep, you gotta watch out for those traps by Junkrat. And you hear a lot of communication on part of the teams, and that's what you like to hear. That way you can say who's where and what's going on.
Reinhardt pushing up here again, and there goes that tire again.
Oof, that Junkrat tire getting 3. And then a Reaper kill, so they're gonna be pushing and pushing.
Gonna have to stack back up and.
So we'll see where they're able to go from
Reaper's
here.
giving us some harassment, but they're stacking back up for an attempted take. They've lost. That Junkrat just does so much damage for them. Looks like they're still going to try and push forward. And that Reaper ult from We Who Shall Not Be Named was huge, and he's taken out Junkrat as well. He's in the back line. Junkrat's getting back up.
Now it looks like the law-abiding citizens regrouping. But they're not pushing forward. They like to hold this spot right here. Which is good to see that they're holding strong.
Law-abiding citizens flanking again with their Reaper.
Reaper getting the tank.
Mercy ult is healing everybody up all at the same time.
Lucio ult comes down, holds off for a little while. Reaper coming in the back, drops his ults as well, but dies after getting 1 kill.
And then the person he killed is just brought right back with Mercy raise. Reinhardt trying to get something done, but it's just not quite there. His team's not quite behind him. The Mei ult comes in, takes 2.
Well-placed Mei ult.
Grab comes in, grabs 3 more. This will be the point. This will probably be the point. They just need to push
They only
in.
got 2 people there on defense. And they're probably going to capture the point here.
That should be the point. With 6 on the point here like this, there's very little chance of them pushing back in here and taking this back.
Especially since the defenders need to run a long way to get back.
And again, the distance that they have to run just gets shorter over time. So.
So
We've got
right out front.
Somehow we had a chair on the car taking a trip with us. Arissa's setting up right in front of the car. They just don't want to let this go anywhere.
No, that's what you want to do is just be aggressive. And
But this setup right here on the car, this is right next to the spawn point. So
yep, the spawn point actually moved forward to basically where we're hovering right now. So there's going to be a lot of offense coming.
Junkrat is down. But so is Reinhardt. But Reinhardt will respawn right here in the fight almost.
Good defending there by the law-abiding citizens.
They're not giving an inch.
Nope, and
They've got a ult disadvantage though.
they do indeed.
Gravity comes in, pulls them forward. They don't get too much off of it though. Especially not since they immediately popped their Zenyatta ult. Reinhardt goes down, but it looks like Orisa will shortly follow him.
They're having to battle for every inch out here.
And they've won the fight enough that they get move forward. It'll be interesting to see where law-abiding citizens decide to stack up and defend next. Wherever it is, there's only a minute left for we who will not be named.
Well, they've got just a little bit of distance to go. It's probably going to be right out in front of the gate there where they try to make their stand.
So at this point, we're actually closer to the spawns for law-abiding citizens. That advantage is starting to change. But that's a huge ult, and they actually just roll this fight immediately.
That was 4 people getting
Here comes
killed.
that. All right, so two back from the wheel again.
Yeah,
So
that rip tire's been big each time.
that rip tire has been huge every time. It's just game-changing. But even that wasn't enough to bring the fight back, and so they're going to push it right up to.
Yep, and that's going to add another minute or so. And as you can
Another minute to
see,
the clock.
the spawn point moves again, so it's now right next to the car. They're moving forward again, so law-abiding
gonna-
citizens holding tough. So it's been
Not
a
letting
tooth
that
and
car
nail.
through.
Tooth and nail
Here
fight.
comes the May ult again, though, so that's going to get Reaper, but that ult for just Reaper, I don't know if that's worth it.
I'm not entirely sure if it would be worth
There
it.
goes Reinhardt flying through the side there. His charge landing on 1, it looked like, and they've killed 2 more. And that would be the Sigma ult, having everyone's hit points.
Wonderful, wonderful attack right there. And well placed. And they're still pushing forward, and so it's going to be the
Still at,
last bastion of their hope right here to hold
They're
off.
setting up for this one last defense here. Both sides are really up against the wall here. And Zenyatta comes running down here with his ult on. I don't know if that's where he wants to be.
I don't think so either.
Everyone
We'll
gets
see
pulled
what they're
forward.
doing.
Reinhardt goes down. We've got some big ults that have come back up. Let's see if they can.
It looks like the rip tire is almost ready, so they got to be careful.
Reaper gets his ultimate off in the middle of the team. He gets
Just
one.
though.
They turned around and found him too fast. Their Reaper ult, the return Reaper ult from Law Abiding Citizens, however, is huge.
3.
And that is overtime. And that is the match.
So that's going to be the first round of this one. Law-abiding citizens give 2 points to We Who Shall Not Be Named. They didn't make it all the way to the end to get 3. So We Who Shall Not Be Named are going to be on the defensive, and the law-abiding citizens literally just need to get the car farther than where it is on screen. And if the law-abiding citizens are able to get past that car, that's going to push them into the final rounds against private profiles. So we'll see how far they're able to go. Based off of this last round, though, it's going to be a tooth and nail fight the whole way. It's not going to be an easy victory for either side.
All right, let's see how they stack up on the defense. I can already see one very important change that we who shall not be named have made to their lineup.
Is it the Bastion?
It might be the Bastion. They've got double shields for it, too. They're going to run a Bastion comp here.
Yeah, it looks like I'm guessing they're just going to plant him somewhere, put a shield in front of him, and just let him unleash his hose of bullets.
You know where I'd plant him, Jeff? I'd plant him right here.
Yep, that's exactly where I would plant him too.
And so you'll have a great view of every direction they can come from. You've got the staircase, you've got the road, and you've got the side.
Yep, and then you can just unleash the hail of bullets from there.
And with two, they've decided to plant him up here on this. This is also a very good spot, on top of the table, no less. And they've got enough shields for him for basically forever.
Because they got a shield wall they can put up. They've got...
On the other hand, law-abiding citizens with this setup can flank around the side. And they also have quite a few shields of their own to use. Bastion gets one. That's Zenyatta down.
Yeah, and Bastion in that form has... Ooh, Bastion goes down.
Bastion goes down, and
he has like 300 shots that he can put off in turret mode. So that was a gamble.
Correct, yeah.
Doesn't look like that gamble paid off initially for We Who Shall Not Be Named.
No, it didn't. And they're going to try and get back on the point a little bit with contests at the last minute, but May goes down before she can even become an ice block.
And Bastion's right there. He's got to run away, but he gets caught out.
Caught out and shot down.
And the next place you'd want to put a Bastion is going to be on top of one of these buildings. Oh, looks like they made the change, though. They switched over to Reaper. So we're going to see what law-abiding citizens can do, and if this change-up in the composition is able to help out We Who Shall Not Be Named. Lots of damage being
Reaper
dealt
pops
out.
his ults, gets two. But on the back of that, they get two more and win that fight as well.
Yep, I think it's that Orisa ult that's helping out right now.
It is definitely that Orisa ult. It's amplifying everyone's damage.
And now payload just moving forward as We Who Shall Not Be Named regroup.
See if they can get a proper flank going here or get this battle started. Orisa's getting beat on by Reinhardt.
Yep, Reinhardt
Mercy
threw
is
his
dead.
ult down.
Looks like with Mercy dead, but the Reaper comes in huge on the backside. Takes out two, takes out three, and they turn around. They turn the fight around, even though it had been a losing fight.
Looks like forward. Reaper's right there.
Reaper's going to try and contest it, but he
he's
can't.
Gonna run forward. So now it's just a matter of can they get the escort all the way up to where they need it, which is really close, and they got about 5 minutes
Zenyatta
to do
ult's going. They're also burning the Mercy ult.
So many ultimates.
The May
just
ult
getting
comes
dropped.
out.
Looks like they're trying to target certain players.
Reaper's
there.
trying to kill Reinhardt. Orisa's running for her life. Reaper drops his ult but gets booped back out of the fight.
Only gets one.
Only gets one. Lucio sacrifices his life for it. Reinhardt gets raised, but it's him versus the world, and it's just
Not enough.
Not quite enough.
Oh, so moving forward, we who shall not be named need to group up. Looks like Reaper's on the back.
Reaper's on the
there.
backside, but Mercy takes him out.
There's just too many of them right there. So this is the last real push here by
This is the last
the
real
law-abiding
push.
citizens because they
This
just
is
got to
the
get it
road
right
to the
there.
finals right here. This road is their road to the finals.
Yep, and this is where they have to hold if you're
Reinhardt goes in, but he gets... The gravity is pulling in all law-abiding citizens, and then the Reaper ult comes in, but nobody dies.
They were protected by a shield for the most part there.
The Junkrat ult kills one, but it's not really very impressive compared to what we're used to.
And there go the entirety of We Who Shall Not Be Named, and that's going to do it right there.
That's going to be it.
So We Who Shall Not Be Named fall to the law-abiding citizens in the semifinal match. I wonder what one this is going to be. So, it's going to be probably a Reaper ult is my guess for the play of the game. Oh, this one was right towards the end.
Dueling Reaper ults, and then he's going to flank around here, and he's going to get like 3. Nobody even sees him coming.
And he just blossoms right in there. So law-abiding citizens taking the win on that map, and that was the second map that they took the win on. So We Who Shall Not Be Named are not going on to the finals. It's going to be the law-abiding citizens. So we'll set up for the finals, or we'll set up for the next round, where we'll more likely be seeing Team Private Profiles against the law-abiding citizens.
It just seems so fitting to me. Private Profiles and law-abiding citizens. They go hand in hand, right?
Yeah. So we're going to break this stream and be back with the next one here in just a moment.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys can hop over there.